walking home from the train station, and what do I spot? A Mighty Boy. Like, construction worker or something. Get the Ferrari wheel in there. Bed looks good. Just surface rust. I'd buy it. Something tells me he's never getting rid of this, though. Hey everyone, good morning everybody. It is first thing in the morning here in Osaka, and we are about to head into the auction here in Osaka, which is wonderful because I've never been before. So I'm really looking forward to it. Really hopeful that we can find some cool stuff for you guys. And don't know what to expect, but I've got a whole bookmark list of stuff that I want to show. So stay tuned, maybe we'll buy some stuff today. Alright, the real ones who are paying attention to Rad Ride know what this van is. Is it unlocked? No, it's not unlocked. But this is the one with the crazy yellow interior, with the white fur on the dash and the black leather interior and everything. Like, I can't believe this is still here. As you can see, it's quite dusty. It either hasn't sold, or it's sold enough where it's just changed hands. But I mean, this thing is still cool. I bet it's a 3.5C. It still is. So there you go. This lowered Largo with the pink hood and the crazy interior. You know, I'll pull up pictures of this right now so you guys can see what it looks like. Where my initial D-Fan's at. Look at this guy. I've seen this up for auction a couple of times now, but this thing is 100% ready to go. Full built, twin leather Recaros, Nardi steering wheel, original dash intact, stripped with the 85 plate no less. I mean, look at the size of those wheels. Man, if you want a drift machine that is going to knock your socks off, here it is. All right, Altezza fans, this one's not bad. I bet it's locked. I mean, the paint is absolutely chuffed on this one. But what do we got? We got an RC. Couple of scratches on there. 306,000 kilometers. Holy cow. Again, Altezzas are insane-o pants reliable, even when you're driving them hard. Look at that, 306,000 kilometers. Somebody is gonna buy this thing, paint it, and put it right back in here as an RB and call it a day and make bank on it, I promise you. And over here, look at this, we got a Land Cruiser. I think this is an 80 series, but let's take a look at the sheet. Oh, it's a 3D. Oh, man. And it is... Oh, it's an FC. All right, so this one's gas. Oh, and here it is. The legend of the Mighty Boy that has been here for literally ever. I think this thing is 3D. Yes, 3D. This thing is essentially one day away from being completely rotted out. So if you ever want the legendary Mighty Boy that's being asked way too much money for, here it is right here. So there you go, the legend of the Mighty Boy. I'm finally seeing this thing in person. It is dusty. Proof that cool cars are kind of always cool. This is a 1974 Mitsubishi Lancer in its original color, locked, automatic. I think, from what I recall, this is still like a 3.5, which is insane. Now this one's an RC. Looks like the trunk was replaced at some point in time, and there's, you know, quite a bit of scraping. This is actually recent, you can tell. That's a big shame considering how nice this paint is. But Really, really, really cool car. Still got seat covers on it, so I'd imagine the original seats are in pretty good shape. I don't see any corrosion, any rust, any lines around this, which is fantastic. So again, this one's going to require a little bit of love, but genuinely really cool car to have. So if you want a JDM classic, this could be yours. All right, here we go.
Oh
Yeah, you see what I'm saying. This is it. Look at this guy. This is a Toyota Town Ace with the Royal Lounge, and it's the limited, so you guys got to check this out. The paint is in rough shape. That's okay. It's got 99,000 kilometers on it. It is. It's super duper nice in here. It's got the double sunroofs. Really cool. There's a little bit of surface rust in the rail, but it's nothing crazy town. It's got the sonar clearance system, original tape deck. This thing is all OG. Look at this magnificent beast. I'm pretty sure this is a diesel too. I don't see it, but you know what? It's still got the curtains, front and back. It's got the rear foldable seats back there. I don't think I can pick up the tailgate. No, it's locked. But we can see this. Oh, how is this locked? Oh, everything's locked except the driver's seat. But you can see the jump seats in the back. You get this crazy big set of sunroofs up top. Yeah, the paint it's very sun faded. This has probably been sitting in a garage or a field for a while. So it needs a repaint, but what a very, very, very cool van to see. 3C, it can still be saved. Save this van. So we're looking for an Altezza. It is 50222, and the end of this aisle is 50221. So hey, here's one of the cars I wanted to see. This is really cool. Is this what you want? Because this is what I want right here. So this is a Midget with, I don't even know what this is, to be honest with you. Like, I don't even think I can get it open with this thing so close. But, oh wow, look at this. It's got a spot for like a TV. Okamoto Pan Brick Canada Limited. Anybody have any idea whatsoever what exactly this is? I mean, it's definitely got a custom box on the back with the Canadian flag logo, but like, it sounds good. Manual transmission. No dome light? No dome light in here, so that's a pain in the butt. But this is a 3.5C. I'll let Nick spark it up, but wow, somebody has armor-alled the absolute heck out of this thing. You know what? I'll do it. What the heck? Give it some gas. Oh, there we go. Got some life. There we go. We'll nurse this guy back into life. Let me tell you, some of the inspectors around here, like, before the key is fully turned, the thing is revved to full. So we're gonna give this guy its due and actually allow it to warm up a little bit. We're just gonna give it some gentle revs. Sounds good. Yeah, it sounds healthy. I mean, lots of armor all in here. You can see how shiny it is. Let's get the phone holder. Nice interior. The paint's in not the best shape, which is fine. I mean, yeah, it's definitely kind of dingy, but it is this really nice slate gray color. And it looks like they did a pretty good job with it. Still got the original spare on the front, which is cool. The little tiny mirrors. So it is missing the battery cover, which is a pain in the butt to get, but still. How about this? The Canadian Express Midget. Are you going for this, or are you just going to leave it the way it is? Still looking for that Altezza. Oh, but look at this. A Sera. Ooh. I don't know what it is about Seras. they're really cool cars. They're amazing cars, and they're dead reliable cars. This is a 3.5C, but all of this tells me full well that this is not a 3.5C. This is probably a 3C, because this thing, I almost guarantee you, has been sitting in a field for years. There's corrosion on the wheels. There's so much paint fade on the hood that you can barely tell what the original color is. Like, it's through the clear. Like, this is the original color right here. And it's through the clear down to this. And then it's through that down to bare metal on the hood. Like, that takes a lot of sun. And my guess is the interior of this smells pretty musty. It is dry, which is nice. There's some sort of a roof rack, which is kind of hilarious. The bolstering and the seats are torn, but from unfortunate experience, and this one does not have the super life sound, but unfortunately from experience, if you see a car that's been sitting in a field like this, bid low, because there's a ton of rubber on this that are going to need to get changed. Lots of seals, lots of gaskets. It's an unfortunate thing about these Seras that they just sit here and rot, but, you know, better to be prepared, I guess. Cool view up here. Cooler view over here, because we found the end of the row and we found our 2001 Nissan Cedric. It's got this really nice kind of bluish gray metallic paint. And what's really nifty about these cars is that they had a US equivalent in an Infinity model. I don't remember which one off the top of my head. I want to say M45, but I'm really not good with Infinity models. This one's got some paint issues on the hood. There's a nice big stain right here, but really I think the only thing of concern are these 1, 2, 3 little boogers. It looks like they're going to need to be wire wheeled and probably repainted. Oh, there's another 2 over here. So the hood underneath, I think it just needs to get stripped and repainted, which is not a huge deal. It's got these nice one-piece rain guards for both doors. But let's get inside and I'll show you guys what is in here. Nice gray cloth interior. This is extremely tight. Oh my gosh. Yeah, a little sun fade on the dash, not a big deal. 4-speed automatic with power and snow mode. And let's spark it up, see what we got. Starts right up. This guy's what, a 3.5C? 3.5B, look at that. There's a couple of small dents on there. On the sills. ETC reader, which we'll hear in a moment, I'm sure. The room was a little dirty. Yeah, there's that. They call it a W2 on the hood and fenders. Ooh, that's a loud ETC. But really cool here, we've got the Nissan navigation system, which is a really nifty little thing with a kind of a mouse button here. It's got 56,800 kilometers on there. Just a really nice car all the way around. So if you want a JDM daily that's also relatively inexpensive, the Nissan Cedric is a really good opportunity for that. It's got a nice V6 up front. It's probably the VQ20 or VQ30. Not sure which one, but you know what? If I figure out what this thing goes for, I'll put it on the screen, because I guarantee it's not a whole lot of money. I would imagine it's going to be less than $5,500 shipped. So if you want a cool car with doilies front and rear that you can daily, that also got a dash cam and this really nifty navigation screen, then here you go. Nissan Cedric. You call yourself a cube? You call yourself a box? This is the box right here. So this is actually right-hand drive too, which is really cool. But Japan is known for its love of this generation of boxy Volvo wagons. So seeing one at auction is actually pretty cool. Unfortunately enough, the auctions have started, so that's going to be an eternal sound in the background. But this one's a 3.5B. It's only got 8,700 kilometers shown on it, but that's a star, so who knows what the actual miles are going to be. But inside, leather interior with the dash cam. Smells weird in here. Like too much cheese. But that's okay, because it's a cool boxy Volvo wagon. Alright, I've been accused of not putting enough Subarus on this channel. And that's about to change with the Subaru Legacy GTB E-Tune wagon. because wow. Wow, wow, wow. Original wheels. The paint is so good. Wow. It's so shiny. There's a little bit of paint fade up here on the spoiler. That is normal. But just dynamite car. Oh my gosh, this driver's seat is very far forward. Let's see if I can get the seat back. Oh my gosh, does this have power seats? It sure do. Alright, let's get some light on in here so we can see what we're doing. It is automatic, that's okay. Because sometimes you need a performance wagon with an automatic transmission so that you can daily it without any sort of issues whatsoever. Ooh, can you guys hear that? Like, whoa. Wow. Okay. Got our ETC card reader mounted under the steering wheel. It sounds mean. Alright, I don't want to bring it over 4, but that sounds so good. I just want to rev this thing all day. Wow. And the cage back there. Doesn't smell like dog in here, so I would imagine that there were dogs in there at some point in time. But oh, it's got the Legacy plate holders and everything. Wow, man, oh man. Let's actually pop the engine on this guy. Whoa, it's got a turbo timer. Let's go. Wow, 47-second turbo timer. That's kind of next level. Is my guess. Oops, I gotta turn off the lights because I know that's gonna bug you guys. There we go. So let's get this turbo wagon open. Where is it? Is it down here? It's down here. There you go. The Subaru Boxer twin turbo with the hood strut. It is just impossibly clean up here and sounds phenomenal. So there you go. Not enough Subarus, no more black E-Tune wagon. Somebody tell me to buy this because I will be thrilled to do so. Well, the cacophony of music in the background, you can check out this Figaro. Wow, it's got this little pinstriping decal up front. Yeah, it is a decal because you can see it's a little rough. That's probably original, but it's got the nice big Figaro parking pole. Somebody's been in here, that's cool, so it allows us to just do this. It's dirty in here, but it's driven. All told, not too terrible, but that's got the Nissan turbo engine in there. I think it's the, what, FN10? That's not good, but this is kind of eternally the problems of the Figaros. Whereas if the body is in really good shape, here it is. So, listen, I'm going to get the microphone right up close so you can hear it. Essentially, this whole top is screwed. Like, the whole thing needs to come off and be rebuilt because you can see the tape up here is sealing this guy in. And I would like to point out what this sheet says. This sheet says it's a 4C. I'll take this out. Now, the interior is nice, don't get me wrong, and the exterior is nice. We just have a large scratch and a medium dent, small dents and scratches, and a small dent and scratch up front. There is an engine oil leak of some kind. The seats are uneven. The room is dirty. That's fine. But a 4C. Do you guys see anything right here about corrosion in the top? Because I definitely don't. 46,000 kilometers. This thing's way more dirty than I thought it would be for 46,000 kilometers. And it's one of these things where I would expect this car to probably show a little less wear at 46,000, but then again, I mean, sometimes you just want a car with over 100,000 kilometers because you know it's been driven, it's been loved. I mean, certainly this is a 4C. Like, you know, the taillights are shiny, and it's got these, like, original, you know, pinstripey decals on there, and, yeah, there's a lot of sun fade back here. Like, I wouldn't touch this because it's clearly been sitting a very long time, and if there's tape up on that and there's massive amounts of corrosion back here, oh gosh, this whole thing is just one giant corrosion bubble. It means that this thing probably has a lot of water in it. And if it has a lot of water in it, when you pull up the carpets in this, there's probably going to be corrosion in the floor. And this is going to end up a much larger project than you want it to be. So even though from the outside this is a 4C and it looks fantastic from the outside, it's probably way more trouble than it's worth on the inside. So, gorgeous car, and it's one you've got to be really, really careful of. 646, ooh, cool Aristo. But we want this guy. Really, really, really nice Altezza. Power mirrors, black. This guy's a 4C. Just dents and scratches, and there's a crack on the front bumper somewhere. Yeah, right here. So this is called a Y2. A Y3 would probably be all the way down here. Not terrible when you consider everything. But let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, very, very, very nice. Oh wow, okay. Ooh, yeah, the shifter's nice and snug. We got the remote control here, which is cool. But interesting. No screen, which is nice. I don't know what that all is, but we got the TRD logo up there, which is cool. Let's spark this up, see what we got. Air conditioning definitely blows cold already. Heck. Gonna turn this guy off. We have 144,000 kilometers. Sounds good. Shift's nice. Let's get in here and really put it through its paces. Yeah, works great. I don't think there's anyone behind me, but you know what? I'm not going to mess with it. Sounds really great. Let's give it a little rev. The gauge cluster is really nice. Sounds pretty healthy. We are like super out of gas in this, so I really don't want to run this thing too hard. Let's get these really nifty wheels on here. I know Nick is going to give it crap for being black, but this car is black on black, and that is A-okay. Because if you're going to go with it, go with it. Oh my gosh, the hood strut is already down for whatever reason. Heck. There we go. Managed to save it. Blacktop beams engine, timing belt, 30,000 kilometers ago. Pretty great, all things told. Nothing leaking of note. Let's get underneath it. I don't see any fluids down there. I'll get underneath it over here just to make sure there's nothing rusty or crusty or unusual. It's hard to see in the darkness, but the camera's not picking it up, but it looks pretty darn clean under there. There's little bits of trash under there, but no fluids, which is wonderful. Very, very cool. Tires are next to new. They have some wear on them. Nah, you know what? I'd take that back. They've got some dry rot on them. They're probably a couple of years old. And then get you a nice look at this iconic rear end with a nice exhaust tip on there. Very cool. Whole system. Yeah, I think this car is going to go pretty high. So if you want an Altezza, I would imagine this guy is going to be around 10.5 shipped. If I have a price, I'll put it up on the screen. But if you want a really nice model that's going to be your forever car, this is probably your guy. This is not something I would normally bid for stock. But this is definitely going home with somebody who's going to love the absolute heck out of this car. And you know what? I was going to skip it, but I realized that I can't because it's a Silvia. And this is a Spec S. So this will go significantly cheaper than the Spec Rs. And it's automatic too, with some extra wheels in the back, and it's got the bluish gray interior, which is really nice. It's got the nice screen up here. So an automatic Spec S Silvia with 110,000 kilometers on there. It's got some paint waves, so it's been sitting out in the sun for a little bit, or was repainted at some point in time, but it's a 4B. So you know what? not all cool cars have to be manual, because this is a very cool car that just happens to be automatic. So if you want a daily driver that looks like this, and again, automatic Silvias in the Spec S, the non-turbo spec, with the rear wipers still, are going to go way cheaper. So again, there's no shame whatsoever in having an automatic car, especially if you are doing a lot of driving in traffic, or just can't drive manual for one reason or another. No judgment from me. It's just a really nice, really good looking car. I mean, heck, buy it, drive it around, enjoy the heck out of it, or manual swap it at some point in time in the future. This car is a blank canvas with just the right amount of miles on here, and you can do worse. It's just a really, really, really snazzy, very nifty car with a very iconic look, the S15 in general. So there you are, S15 automatic, awesome buy. Here's a sad sight. Extremely dusty WRX STI. Nice big hood scoop, perfect color with the gold wheels, but this guy is 2002 and has 200,000 kilometers on it, which is average for a car of this age. But man, it looks like this guy's been here a while, and I do not think it's going to move anytime in the future, because it's just out of the import range and the miles are kind of high. So it's like that FTO, it's tough to see a car like this just sitting here gathering dust, but someone's going to save it at some point in time. It'll probably be later this year or early next, but that's a real shame to see it sitting here rotting. And in that regards, we also have an S2000 that is also sitting here rotting, and I would imagine that it's for the exact same reason. Yeah, this is a 2006, and it's a 4.5B with 42,000 kilometers. So to all my Euro friends out there, to all my Canadian friends out there, this S2000 is just waiting for a home. Look at it. Look how perfect this is. I mean, it's dusty, it's crusty, but it needs somebody to save it. Somebody not in the United States. Look at this. Even the mice have abandoned it. Smells fine in here. The seat's has some bolstering in it. It's got the nice big timer up there. The battery is big dead. Oh, it's hard to see these cool cars just rotting away, but what a pair. All right, much like the Cedric, these Toyota Crowns are wonderful cars. All too often, you see these cars owned by an older couple, older people, and they drive them very little. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but this is actually not black. It's a very dark green, and I hope the light is catching it, but it has BBS wheels on it, which is awesome. This guy is a really high 4B grade, 76,000 kilometers with just tiny scratches around it. Now, it does have an engine, so that is an engine oil leak, but not a major one. And it also says that the dash isn't displaying anything, so let's take a look at that. Oh, cool. Wow. Look at this. It's like, I don't know if the camera picks it up, but like the speedometer is way deeper set than the rest of the gauges. That's really cool. Full digi. Really, really cool system. Smells fine in here. It's got 75,000 kilometers. Doilies in the seats, extra wheels apparently. But yeah, look how nice this interior is. Just this really nice gray cloth. It's got a remote control of some kind in there, 2 of them actually. Maybe for the screen. It says it has a dash hole somewhere. It's got this up here. I'm not sure if that's probably a heads-up display. Yes, okay, so that's what this is. The heads-up display isn't working, but it actually has one. So if you are somebody who is an electronics enthusiast, then that might be a really cool project for you, because that is really nifty. Oh, and this is the Crown Majesta, no less. So this is your higher trim level. Let's get some light in here so you guys can actually see what the heck I'm talking about. The display is all in Japanese, which is wonderful because that means these buttons are either bespoke or they are the ones that were shared with the Century. Because obviously a lot of these Japanese market cars were sold to America, so they just put the buttons in English so that it would be more universally used for the market. But if there are buttons in Japanese, that means these cars were never expected to leave Japan. So my guess is these are shared with the Century. That's why they're Japanese. But wow, this is a really, really cool car, to a point where I'm going to pop the hood and actually take a look at the engine. And that's the other problem here, is that this is not displaying either. So this radio is going to need to get replaced, but unfortunately enough, it's the screen, and I don't think this screen is a standard size. And the regrettable thing is all of the various controls are sitting in here. So that is a problem. But if you can get this car on the cheap, then I don't think that matters. All right, the hood dampers are defective enough, so the struts need to get changed out. But we've got this really subtle, really nifty air tube. Putting it down here, there you go. You get the 1UZ-FE. I believe that's a, oh gosh, that's a V8. Look at that. So if you need the V8 power that used to be in the Century, here you go. It's in the Crown Majesta, and it looks really, really nice. I do see leaking right there from the engine oil. It doesn't look like a valve cover. If that's a head gasket, then I am certainly not going to touch this. I think it is, but maybe it's just a valve seal, and it's better than I think it is. But there you go. Toyota Crown Majesta, really cool car. This one might not be the one for you, but it is definitely something to check out for the future, because these cars do go cheap, and they make wonderful dailies that turn heads. And speaking of the Toyota Century, we have Nissan's equivalent with the President in here. And this is another, obviously, this is Nissan's equivalent to the Century, and it's locked? Oh no, don't tell me it's locked. Okay, it's not locked. We're good. Let's see if we can unlock this guy. There it is. Oh no, it's totally dead. Oh man, I can't even get in the back? That's a shame. It's totally dead? Oh man. So yeah, this car is really cool. It's obviously not quite as refined as the Century, but it does have the seat doilies. Nice, ultra cushy back seat. No player back here, but it does have the air conditioning controls. This is clearly a lower trim model, but it does have the nice watch in there, or the clock in there, the analog one. This one, 3.5B, as expected. It's got 90,000 kilometers on it, nothing big. It does look like it's got some panels replaced over here. That's kind of concerning, but all things considered, this is a really nice 4-speed automatic. Tape deck, CD player. It's got all the bells and whistles up here, but again, I really can't show you much without all the electricity to power all these cool controls. So, another big single-piece rain guard, which is really nice. Nice big trunk. I know it does have the toolkit in there. So if you want a car that is not quite as nice as the Century, but is definitely less money, and look no further than the President, because this one also has a really big engine. Can I get it open though? There we go. This one should be a really nice V8. There it is. Oh my gosh, this hood is heavy. There you go. Big fat V8. And look at the size of this battery. That's about the size of the Century's one. Very clean in here, which is very nice. Also very easy to service. Just a nifty car all the way around. So if you love ultra high-end luxury and aren't a big Toyota fan, check out the Nissan President. It's pretty darn cool, and it's got this really nice pearlescent white paint on it. So there you go. But if you do want a Toyota Century, we've got those too. This one's got one heck of a rear tinted window. These curtains are obviously very white, but you can see how purple they look with the tint on this. Really, really large antenna of some kind. I don't quite know what this car was serving a purpose for, but it is always a mystery as to what these things did. We got the fender lights on there. these guys, which are really lovely. The hand-carved symbol. This is a 2000. This is a 4B. I think it's locked. That's a shame. I don't see a card in there that says that it should be locked, but let's take a look. Nope, locked all the way around. But it's got these guys on here, which is a very popular wheel to put on. Just oozing with luxury inside and out. And it does have the wool interior, which is the good one. It's got seat doilies all the way around, the rear curtains, that slider in there. It's got the Cartier clock up front. There you go. Unfortunately enough, I can't show you more, but there you go on the back. Just nothing but doily. And of course up front, you've got this majestic V12 that just produces an impossible amount of torque and just smooth driving. But I loved our Century so much. So if anybody else wants another one, please tell me, because I would love to bring another one of these in. They're just, you know, a lot of these cars that are around here, you know, the fantasy might not live up to the reality. The fantasy of the Century 100% lives up to the reality. And when we brought this thing to Toyota to get the fluids checked and the oil changed, everybody was poking at it. They were loving it. So these things do turn heads. People know what they are. I was getting stopped in the street. Like, people followed me home to check out the car. So the Century 100% lives up to the hype. And man, oh man, is it just a wonderful car to be driving around. Meanwhile, over here, we got an MR2. G Limited, no less. I wonder if this was a rental? It's got to be if it's automatic. Smells great in here. So whatever it was maintained. Very cool. I would imagine this is probably on the higher kilometers. No, 53,622, not a spec on it. RC. I really wonder what this car has seen, because it's very cool. And I don't think this is going to go for much if it's an RC. Only JDM. So, you know what? I'm going to have to look that up. Nice moment wheel. Everything sparks right up. But yeah, automatic G Limited. Not an uncool car by any stretch of the imagination. Very cool. Very nice. Well worth saving and enjoying, because this whole generation of MR2 is slept on, I think. They had a moment in the sun a little while ago, but they've just kind of faded in the background, and I think it's unjustly so, because wow. Really nice looking car. Still very, very appreciated in the US. And remember, from our just around the corner video, it's the Mitsuoka New Era. And there's a Honda Accord underneath this. This guy is almost legal. I think we got 3 years on this. Not this particular model, but 3 years left on this guy. On this model in general. This one's newer, but hey, this crazy front end can be yours. Just a couple of short years. What do you know about the J's Racing S660? Cool. Just wrapped up a call on this guy. Now, from 6 feet away, this beat looks fantastic, especially these wheels. Wheels look really good. These tires look darn near brand new, even though they're from 2018. So somebody must have grabbed these at Up Garage and thrown them on there. But when you get right up close to the paint, you start noticing a lot of orange peel. Like, I'm not sure if this has just been sitting out in a field for a long time, or somebody just did a really terrible job painting this. But it definitely looks rough. 146,000 kilometers. It's got this interesting body kit with these fog lights on here. And the most interesting thing of all is probably these hood latch pins. It looks like there was a hood latch there at some point in time. But unfortunately enough, they're not there anymore. So it is just a rusty hinge of some kind. Which is funny, because the hood latch on this still actually works. So you still have to pull this to pop the hood. But on the sheet, it says a lot of things. It says there's a crack in the windshield, and there is. You can see right here next to my fingertip, there is a little smash in there. Yeah, so that can be resin. That's not a terrible deal breaker by any stretch. But what I think kind of is the deal breaker is this guy right here. This is an RC. And there is some sort of rust here that's underneath either a layer of Bondo or like old stripping that's breaking away. So this is definitely something of concern, especially because this right here is all Bondo. I don't think it's a hole, but it certainly could be. Yeah, that is definitely a hole. So we've got a hole covered up in Bondo, and this is not mentioned on the sheet. So once again, another reason why having your inspector out here and taking a very thorough look through this is important. The top is serviceable, the window's dirty, but these you can get, you know, repaired fairly quickly for a pretty low price. Unfortunately, there is a Honda logo missing, which does leave 2 holes in there for water, and it does have this nice big rowdy exhaust. You can see the muffler is painted for some reason. And then, you know what, I couldn't do this on the video call, but let's spark this up. And really hear this. It is definitely a playful little exhaust. A little bit of blue smoke out the back too. I don't really like that. I mean, it sounds fun, don't get me wrong, but, you know, all things considered, probably want to leave this one because that's definitely a smell that you don't want coming out of your Honda Beat. So, is what it is. Somebody will buy it, somebody will fix it, somebody will love this, or somebody will get scammed by it. Couldn't tell you which, but unfortunately enough, this is not coming home with us. So this is a Toyota Ipsum, and these guys are super duper slept on, but they are essentially mini Estimas. Like, look at these guys. First of all, we got this reverse rake C-pillar thing going on, even though it's not really. And then you've got, look at this, 1, 2 big sunroofs up here. This thing is 1999. It's in really good shape. You've got the power parking pole. You got the seat doilies. Got huge rain guards. This is just one of these cars that nobody knows about. Everybody sleeps on. So it's kind of an MPV. So it rides up high, which is really nice. Seats have doilies all the way in the back. We got nice big sunroof up here. Let's spark her up. Starts right up, no problem. This has only got 79,000 kilometers. So if you guys haven't seen one of these before, so they've got these nice big captain's chairs, which are awesome. These engines will go forever. They're incredible. And this guy is probably a 3.5 B4B, even better. Yeah, there is just small scratches and dents around this. Just well worth your time to take a look at. The dash is pretty much flawless. We've got dual airbags. We've got overdrive on and off of the column transmission, which is really cool. You've got a nice navigation screen up here, so if you want to swap this out for a DIN, you can. This guy looks like it's holding some CDs, which is really cool. You got some slide out cup holders, which will fit a can, probably nothing else. But just a really nice car. And again, I am just straight lounging in here. Honestly, power windows all the way around. Got power mirrors that fold out. Don't know what that is. That's pretty nifty. But again, if you want an MPV that's got Toyota power in it with a big double sunroof, these things go so cheap. Like, how can you go wrong with this, guys? So let's turn this guy off. We'll pop the hood. I'll show you what's underneath there. If I can find it. There it is. Oh yeah, and there's your power controls in the moonroof. There we go. Little 6-cylinder. Everything looks really clean. There's a ton of space to work in here. And just a really nifty MPV that somebody's gonna love. And is this one even 4-wheel drive? You know, I can't tell you. But these things could come 4-wheel drive, as I recall. So, even better. If you want something crazy like this, let me know. You know what? As long as we're here, let's take a look at something that we just do not get. This is 2027, so 2015? Yeah, 2015 Honda N-Box. It's a wonderful color. This is definitely older because it's got some steering wheel wear on here. Let's turn on the lights and you can actually see what we got up front. Nice big screen, dash automatic, push button start, which we will do. Strong little K, 84,000 kilometers on here. And obviously this is still 14 years out, but the headroom in here, you know what, let me flip this around, I'll show you. Windy day out here, don't mind my hair, but you can just see, like, I've got a good, 8 inches of headroom on here. It's kind of ridiculous, just how spacious these things are. Like, they're narrow, sure, but the amount of space that you can just, get in here and do the, ow! This is a big screen right here. Who knew? But look at this. So you can be sitting back here watching TV, you can keep the kids entertained while you are driving around, and you know what? Let's tour the back seat too while we got it. Before I forget, this has automatic opening doors, which is really cool, so let's try that. So again, if you have a family, this is definitely what you want. And again, very, very spacious back here, still a ton of headroom, that nice big screen. You've got these guys as standard options. So if you've got kids in the back and you don't want to buy an aftermarket screen, these guys are literally built into the door, which is nifty. Power windows back here, and they've got these cute little tray tables. So if you've got somebody back here who wants to sit back, put their juice boxes here, you've got that good to go. They slide down. Got a nice little grab handle right here to have those kids pop on forward. Do some hanging off of here. Clip your tablets to that. There you go. I don't even know if that's a cup holder. Certainly looks like it, but that would fail the big freaking bottle test. There's even, well, some cargo space back here, about 4 inches of it. But here you go. 2015 Honda N-Box. These are extremely popular out here, and it's very easy to see why. Is just they do everything without question. So if you've got kids, if you've got a family, and you don't have a whole lot of room, this is what you want. All right, I was gonna make a video of this Chaser because it's a Chaser Tourer V. I think it's manual. No, it's automatic, but one of the things Nick and I noticed, oh, it smells really good in there too. One of the things Nick and I noticed about how they do things here in Osaka is they spark these things up, and then before the key is all the way in, they're just revving the heck out of these things. And you can kind of see that, yes, that does in fact take its toll. So when you see me gently revving these things up, you kind of understand the reason why, because now this gorgeous Chaser Tourer V, yeah, that paint is excellent with that little pearl kind of flare in there. The radiator's toast at best. So something tells me that this car is now going to sell for way less because some Yahoo got in here and revved the absolute heck out of it for no reason. So there you go. What a shame. I know this is going to make some of you happy. This is a Toyota Pixis camper. And it's got these wild seat covers on here. Actually, are these covers? Yeah, they're covers. Very, very, very new up front. This is probably less than a few years old. Very bright LED lights in here, but back here, check this out. You've got a whole camper set up. So there's chairs, there's a table, there's all kinds of little camping gear. I'm sure these things fold down and do all sorts of crazy stuff, but I just thought I'd give you guys a little tour of this real quick, just to show you the two-toneness and the fact that that right there means that you've got a whole camper in a K-van, which is so awesome. Why, yes, I am going to tease everyone with this amazing GR Copen. Just sitting here, waiting for us. Desperate for an owner in America. An owner that won't come anytime soon. Alright, just wrapping up with USS Osaka. This is my first time here. I thought it was pretty good. Like, is it USS Tokyo? No, it's not anywhere near that size, but the 6-7 level garage is kind of nuts. What'd you think?
I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Like, that sandbar that we saw, that potentially I'm bidding on. Well, I'm bidding on. Let's see if we win. I think what it is like if we came here more often, we would probably like it more than Tokyo because it's way less. Yeah. Tokyo was like 4,000 steps just to go from one section to another. This is just taking an elevator back and forth. Yeah, it's literally just an elevator up and down. And we don't know where we're going.
I would say it's like, I don't know, about the size of a football field, like each floor. So it's like, they're big, but they're not like so huge that you can come here late and still get things.
We just gotta come here with like a flashlight.
Yeah, definitely some bright LED light next time, because it's tough seeing on those cars, especially when their batteries are toast. But there we go, USS Osaka. hopefully we can get one more in at some point in time, but not quite sure because we had a pretty short couple of days on this one. So
yeah. I elected for the photo. Not really.
What do you guys know about pineapple candy flavor Kit Kats? Live reaction.
Reaction right now.
Live reaction. They're good.
It's actually really good. It's not even for the video. It's actually really good.
My favorite one thus far was the sake ones. They're really good.
Yeah.
All right, auction day is done. Nick's gonna head off to the yard, and then he's off to Shizuoka to buy plates for all you guys. But for me, I'm taking the train back because me and my mom are gonna go get some ramen. As promised, ramen.
As promised.
There is no English on this menu, but it does have a bunny on it.
I know.
So that means this is where we go. This what you want?
It was faded.
What you wanted?
Yes.